What's up, guys? Elfis here, and today we're going to be doing another episode of Queuein Up. I haven't played a game since the last time, I don't think. Oh! Whoa, I just noticed that. We have 1700s in this game. Okay, so this is a bit of an odd game. Kinda unfair teams, just looking at them, really. But that's okay, we'll make it work. Is he any good with Ophelia? Well, last two games he won with him, so... Or her, sorry. So let's see, who are we going to play? Witch bot, stun, and rape. If you say so, man. I'm guessing they're friends. So we have a scout. That's interesting. Usually you get the less scout picks the further up you go, mostly because of the fact that that hero is pretty much a troll hero. I don't know who I'm going to pick in all honesty. So he wants mid. I kind of want to play electrician, to be honest with you. That's kind of... Oh, no, you know what? I changed my mind. Armadon. I want to play Armadon. So I'm going to play... Oh, I have Winston. No, I didn't get to pick my... Oh, I forgot. I keep forgetting to set that as my default Armadon skin. I have, like, Winston Charmadon, I think is the name of it. I don't know, it's been a while since I played Armadon. Okay, so he changed his pick. So he doesn't want Scout anymore. Okay. Kind of bothers me when people change their picks last second, because a lot of the time people choose their picks based off of other people's picks. Which is not that big of a deal. We actually have Puppet to carry, so it's not that big of a deal. Usually when you have a scout, it tends to be a big deal if they change last minute, because you tend to not get other picks, like other carry picks, like at all. Who's going to be top real quick before I decide if I need another totem or not? It's going to be Solstice and probably EW would be my guess. That's who I would send. They have a weird lane. They don't really have... or weird lanes. They don't really have a mid lane. I actually like getting 3 totems, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. 2 totems I think would have been fine, though. But the extra stats, you know, it's not that big of a deal. It's 50 gold either way, so even if those of you who do that out there... I actually meant to get a potion, not 2 runes, but whatever, it's fine. I can make 2 runes work. So the way I level my skills depends on who I'm up against in a lane. And I'll talk about team composition in a second. I just want to get this out of the way while it's on my mind. The way I level my skills depends on who I'm up against in the lane. If I'm going to be aggressive level 2, I will either go Spines and then Snot, or Snot and then Spines, depending on how aggressive the enemy lane is going to be. If the enemy lane is going to be more aggressive, I'll go Snot first and then Spines. If I'm not going to be aggressive, and I know the enemy team isn't going to be aggressive, I will usually just go Spines, and then... they actually get a level into Armadillo, or Armadillo, sorry, I think is how you say it, yeah, Armadillo, and that's fine. I would usually get it by level 4 anyways. I usually don't like to get it at level 2 simply because Snot, there are so many cases where having Snot is a good way to get a kill or save an ally, and it really is a big deal. I'm not sure where he's going. He's going toward the yellow to really kind of screw over Solstice. And they got a kill on bottom. I wasn't paying attention, so I'm sorry. Okay, so yeah, EW. Oh, okay, so Solstice is not down here. He probably went our jungle to try and counter... and I'm going to go Spines first, to try and counter... Nope, he is there. Okay, I was going to say he went over there to try and potentially counter Ophelia, but I was going to say that doesn't make any sense. You're not going to be able to counter Ophelia with a Solstice. It's not going to happen. There's no reason why that should be okay. So it's a double range, kind of unfortunate. I was hoping this would be a solo so I could get basically free farm. I'm gonna set up my hotkeys there for a sec, sorry. Which would have been great. It looks like it's not gonna be that easy. It's kind of unfortunate. I would like Witch Slayer to kind of man up a little bit here and be a bit more aggressive, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Crap, I should have spined there to get that last hit. That was my mistake. Okay, so team composition-wise, we definitely have better team composition. We have the supports. We have our carry with Puppet Master. I see him. I know. I'm well aware. I just didn't think he would bother ganking when he's so far behind. Oh, he wanted to wait for my slow. Oh, wait for my slow. We can still kill him, dude. We can still... Okay, no, we don't want to kill him. I was going to say, we could definitely kill him. Like, definitely kill him. I can solo kill him, actually. You can go back to the lane. I don't even need you. If you take this kill, though, I'm actually going to be, like, pissed off. Oh, no, that was a nice... yeah, there we go. Perfect job. Okay, and I got the kill. That's very nice. Okay, so that was just good map awareness by us. I'm kind of out of mana, which is unfortunate. I wish I had more mana. I'm actually going to go buy a mana potion real quick. Getting mana pots, BRB. That's fine. I'm not against, stopping by to get some mana pots, especially on Armadon, because you pretty much need. Usually, it takes full mana to ensure a full kill. In that case, it was actually a little bit. That was kind of really well played on his part, because there was no way he was going to outrun me. I was expecting him to just die. He kind of played that really good by turning around and attempting to go the other way. It was actually really nice. But it just wasn't enough. Neither way was going to really work unless Witchslayer really screwed up, but that's how it is. So team composition wise, we have better team composition. We have our initiation, we have our tanks, not that that's a real goal that's really necessary, but we have our initiation, we have plenty of crowd control amongst the three being Witchslayer, Puppet, and Ophelia, and then Gauntlet's crowd control is really nice too. So I really need to get some last hits. One last hit is terrible. I mean, we have a double melee, or sorry, not a double melee, we have a double range lane here we're going up against, so I would kind of expect to not get many last hits, but I'm not getting enough. Even for going up against a double range lane, this isn't enough. So I kind of need to pick it up a bit. I would appreciate it if Witchslayer could that was my mistake, kind of harass a little bit and not try and take last hits. That's really unfortunate too. But it's okay. I get his situation. He needs my runes, so come here, take those. Go regen, you bum. Oh, is she actually gonna... I'm surprised she would use mana on me. That was a wasted stun, bro. I'm just gonna go buy a health potion. Witchslayer should use his health potion on me. But I don't... Okay, he's just gonna give me back my runes. That's fine too, I guess, whatever. So... Oh, one of them's missing top. Now he's just getting the courier stuff, I think. Care blue, 2 going. Blue should back off. You shouldn't try and fight them for that. And they got the rune anyway. So okay, so team composition wise, we have plenty of crowd control. We have our carry. We have our initiation. We have everything we need to have. The enemy team, they are kind of lacking a bit on initiation, only because they don't really have anybody who has really high mobility or anybody who would really build a portal key. And this is just, I don't know how he has so much mana. How is this possible? Oh no, you know what? I'm stupid. They have an Amphora in the lane. So we're never going to get anything done in this lane. They're just going to continuously keep spamming and harassing us out of the lane. Look how under-leveled we're getting. We can't even come up to fight for anything. So I'm just going to start, blasting my spines every time I go up. That was... Oh... No, I'm okay. Yeah, this is... Top needs gank ASAP. Oh, typing. Cool, I should have hit hold. That was stupid on my part. Okay, so yeah, top is lost big time. Help ASAP, please. So we've lost top incredibly bad, and I mean, I wasn't really expecting to win this lane too much. The way you win against a double range is you really need to gimp them early, so you need to get a kill really early, and unfortunately I didn't have the mana to do it. I invested too much mana in killing Solstice, which isn't bad. Getting a kill on Solstice is not anything wrong with that. It's just we needed to be able to kill top lane. And so now what we're relying on is mid lane assisting us. And actually now I'll probably just get level 2. Yeah, see, we can't do anything. She's just going to keep feeding him mana, and he's going to keep just blasting his skills. I would hope that I can go up and cancel it a couple times. Nymphora's mana buff actually goes off if you take damage, just like a normal mana potion would. Unfortunately, that time it wasn't enough, but now I have no need to store, to save up mana, because we're not going to get any kills on these guys. I'm just going to go ahead, balls to the wall, and just, yeah, see, he's backing off. He actually, right there, the creeps actually canceled the mana for me, so that was nice. I feel no problem with just blasting all my mana. Don't get ballsy. We can't get any kills on him yet. So don't be like that. I wish he would... Oh, he used his mana potion. Okay. We're dead. We're dead. I'm dead. Yes, indeed I am. Yeah, wolves are going to kill me. Yep. Nothing I could do. Mid didn't call missing. I should have been paying attention anyways, but... No missing from mid. I don't think he had a TP. Yeah, he didn't. So, no missing from mid. Mid doesn't even come to help. Mid definitely could have showed up to help. Did he lose mid? Yeah, he lost mid. Okay. So that's where the big mistake came in. So mid's not going to be able to help. At this point, we've probably lost the game. It's not guaranteed. We could still come back. Don't get me wrong. It's just unlikely that we will, considering Zephyr is one of those heroes that really just takes off if you give him the opportunity to. he really just gets like out of control. And believe it or not, their mid their mid being Zephyr, is actually beginning to get out of control. He's 3-0, which 7 minutes in is a fair amount. It's not a fair amount normally. I mean, it's okay, but it's nothing like too big normally. But when you take into account that we're only 7 minutes into the game, it's a fairly big deal. I'm dead. Yep. Oh, Nymphora did not land her stun. Thank you. And Zephyr's nowhere near. Okay, so I'm going B. Top lane is lost. Mid lane is lost. Bot lane is so lost. Wow. Pearl is doing... Oh, sorry. I was looking at the enemy team. Sorry. Bot lane is 1, actually, between Puppet Master and Ophelia. So that's good. There's, you know, a silver lining in there, I guess. Which there's dead. Yeah. Mid, you gonna teleport for that? No? No, okay. Okay, so when our mid is only slightly ahead of some of their duo lanes, like for example, if you pay attention, Nymphora, and you can't solo them, so I'm not sure what you're doing, Gauntlet. Nymphora and Emerald Warden are... Whoa, he should not have gone in there solo. Oh, he actually got Nymphora. If he can slow him enough, I can catch up. He's not going to be able to, no. No. Oh, yes, he can. Wow, what an idiot. No. No. I need to get my slow. Nice. There we go. Perfect job. I know. He's probably telling me to slow. I know. I meant to click the slow. I misclicked at the beginning there, so that was my mistake. He should probably leave. Solstice could definitely come out of the jungle and, you know, put a hole in his face here. But what do I know, I guess. So their mid is still mid. That's good. Key thing to note, by the way, those spines actually hurt catapults. Not a lot of people realize that you can get kills with catapult. A lot of skills don't hurt catapults, but that one in particular, the spines, does in fact hurt catapults. So keep that in mind if you're ever Armadon and about to miss a last hit on catapults, because it does in fact hurt catapults. So that's nice. And there we go. It's enough to grab my health tube. That way I'll be a little bit more tanky and a little bit more sustain-y, if that's a word. I don't think it is. But so, how are you level 4? What do you mean, how are we level 4? Because top lane got destroyed. We asked for help like 3 or 4 times. I said specifically the top lane was lost big time and needed help, and nobody came to help. So that tends to happen when people don't help. At the moment, I could come bot to help them, but it's not really going to be too much of a big deal. He should probably not get ballsy with me just because he's got a little bit of a lead here. Doesn't mean he's anything special against an Armadon, so I'm not sure what he's doing. Probably not the best idea. But, I mean, he didn't have Nymphora for support, so that was the only big thing. Normally, if he had Nymphora for support, he can do whatever he wants. He's got all the mana he wants, he's got a heal, he's got a stun to back him up. Oh, he actually has a sustainer now. I hadn't noticed that he had the sustainer, so that's actually really helpful too. But without the Nymphora, you're a little bit, you know, you got to be a little bit more aware of the fact that you're not really all that strong early game. You do have a lead, you do have creep score, all that's nice, but against somebody who does do quite well early game, you know, in this case Armadon, you're not really anything crazy. You're good still, don't get me wrong, he's not like a worthless hero, just not really a hero that's going to be, you know, 1v1 just raping me, you know, unless he's so far ahead and I'm so far behind. It just doesn't work out that way. So oh, I pressed Q instead of W. That was my mistake. And I should have pressed W there too. So I'm not sure why Ophelia Creep's just kind of sitting here. And I'm not going to go bother to defend top because I can't solo defend it. So that's something to note. If you can't defend something and your team's not going to help you defend it, realize it and, you know, just don't waste your time. Use your time more effectively. I think farming for me or helping would have been probably better. I don't have a TP at the moment. I wish I did. Nymphora is right there about to die, but no. So who denied what? Bot lane was denied. We could actually pick up a kill. No, did he turn around? He doesn't want to come this way anymore? Okay. Don't go down there. We're not going to defend that against a level 10 Zephyr if he tries to push that. Me and you are incredibly underleveled. So what I was hoping was we could catch Ophelia out or something. We can catch Emerald Warden out. He's not anything... I really wish I had boots. Emerald Warden can outrun me without a stun from Witch Slayer. So that's something to note, that even with my slow stacking on him, it's probably not enough. Go. Ophelia, go. He's probably going to be able to... I'm going to come around just in case. No. Wow, this silence is ridiculous. That was a ridiculously long silence. I'm not going to be able to... Yeah, we got him. Okay. There we go. I was kind of afraid that wouldn't work out for us. I'm going to sell that, grab a TP. Very nice to have TPs. I can't tell you how many times I've mentioned that everybody should get a TP. Now I'm actually going to walk back to base, and I'm going to be using my spines. Another thing that people don't really pay attention to when they're playing Armadon is that your skills give you movement speed. Movement speed and damage, once you have your ultimate, of course. They give you movement speed and damage, and a lot of people, even though it's not a huge difference, that, a little bit of movement speed you're getting isn't an enormous amount, and actually I'm missing it a bit now that I'm talking while I'm doing it, but it's not an enormous amount, but it does add up, over a period of a game. It does, save you a few seconds here and there, and it is actually a fairly significant chunk, so keep that in mind. It's all of your skills, by the way, not just the spines. If you were to use Snot, what is it, Snot Spit? Snot Storm. Snot Storm works too, in addition to blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? So, passively increases Spine Burst additional damage and applies blah 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 on Spellcast. I believe, I could be mistaken actually, but I believe that on Spellcast implies all skills, not just, so that's dead. See, this is where I'm saying, like, notice when you're not going to be able to do something. If the team's not helping you with that, I can't even come close to defending that from those two. So I'm not going to waste my time and attempt to defend it, and probably die in the process, actually. I'm going to let it fall. If the team doesn't want to help, I can't stop that solo. So it's, pay attention, dark green right there. We could actually get a kill on her. Nope, probably not. So it's key to note that a lot of the time, I can't tell you how many times people try and defend things by themselves, and it ends up just killing them because they don't realize they can't defend things solo against certain heroes or certain players or whatever the case may be. I'm just waiting for the 14-minute rune here, and there it is. Does he have a bottle? Yes, he does. See, like Puppet Master, trying to defend something you can't defend is an unintelligent choice. You're going to end up worse off than where you were. Going in there solo is not a good choice. Now, I'm not saying we should let the tower die. I think we should have defended both of those towers, but if you can't defend the tower solo, which I can't, I'm not going to port unless my team comes with me, okay? And if everybody's having that mindset, it tends to be bad, but, I mean, if we just communicated, and to be fair, I'm not fully communicating all that well, considering the fact that I am... is he really coming after me? I would think he'd focus Gauntlet, but I could be wrong. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave. Gauntlet, he got a kill, but he's probably dead. Oh, you know what? Actually, team support coming in. I'm going to go ahead and follow this up. Hopefully I can get out. No, I'm dead. Yeah. If I had stopped to do the Snot Storm, and I know some people watching this may have been, well, why didn't you Snot Storm? If I had turned around to Snot Storm, it actually has an animation, so it would have delayed me quite a bit. For those of you who don't know, it does actually stall you to do the animation, so it would have not been even any better. I would have gotten maybe 1 or 2 off, but it wouldn't have been enough. I would have died either way. And I'm fairly positive about that. Not 100%, but I'm 90%, something like that, positive that I would have died either way in that case. So I'm well aware that Snot Storm slows them down. Don't worry, guys. I'm not paying attention. It's just that in certain cases, it's not going to help you because of the simple fact that you need time to cast it. And I think had I cast it, 1 auto attack from Zephyr would have been able to get off in that time, and I would have died almost guaranteedly. I don't really want to be up here to take his last hits. That's not really my MO. I'd much prefer if he had last hits, but I mean, I need experience. I need somewhere to get experience, and preferably last hits too. But at the very least, experienced. So this is bad. Oh, did he just miss that gust on me? I'm confused. I didn't know. It looked like he hit me, but apparently it missed. So that's fine. I'm not sure. I guess maybe he was just like on the, the arrow drug just out of my range or something. So either way, we haven't taken... Oh, no, sorry. We did get bot, but it was denied, which is unfortunate. Let me see, Zephyr. 5-1. Yeah, see, this is... It's not guaranteed we're going to lose, but I think in general a Zephyr will outcarry a Puppet Master. I think... I mean, maybe... There will be some people who argue the other way. I'm fairly confident about it, though. I should port down here to help. Any bit of help I can provide at this point, very beneficial. Oh, if he keeps diving, for example, he's dead now. See? So that's really bad on his part. I can actually... Whoa, that did a lot of damage. The Nymphora nuke. Oh, can we get another... No. that's it. They're gone. So I'm not going to keep chasing, mostly because I don't want to die. I'm still fairly squishy without my helm, which is something to pay attention to. I wish I had my helm, I'll be honest with you, but it is what it is. You don't have what you don't have. So we got 3 Ophelia creeps right here. I'm not sure what Ophelia's raging about. She's kind of angry, but whatever, it happens. She could be farming with these creeps. Just because you're not alive and won't get experience from it doesn't mean you don't want to farm with them. They still get you gold. If the creeps get last hits, it still counts as gold, just FYI to anybody. It doesn't get you experience. If you're not there, you don't get experience, but you get the gold regardless of what kills it, as long as it's your unit. So just something to pay attention to, I guess. I don't know. Some people, a lot of people, and apparently this Nymphoria, or this Ophelia rather, is one of them, doesn't realize that, or maybe she's too busy being angry at people to actually do what she needs to do and play her part. I'm not sure. I haven't been reading it, but she has been quite angry from what I can tell. She does not seem to be the happiest player on our team, but you know, it happens, I guess. What's the mana cost of that, by the way? 30. Okay. 30, so that's fine. And I gotta go B here in a minute. I kind of just want to get these creeps real quick. At least the big one. I think I can get the little ones too. I should be able to get them both. Yeah, this will be this, and then these two can't really do any damage to me. Okay, so this will assist me in finishing my boots. I would like to have a TP, but really at some point you need to be getting items. And I mean, I know TPs are so important. Don't get me wrong, guys. It's just that if you TP in with nothing, if you can't benefit them, for example, if you were to TP in with all your skills on cooldown, no items, level 5, 5 levels behind, your usefulness is just gone. You don't have any usefulness in the team, and that's just what it is. So at that point, it's not worth even TPing in. Now, I did just buy a TP, but I'm not sure. I'm on the fence whether or not I should have gone for the TP or just try to get some items. I think I still should have gone for the TP because Armadon has a very strong early game. So you're dead. There's no reason. One more hit. Yeah, you're dead. I'm not sure what she was doing there. I'll tank this. Don't worry, man. Get the kills. Get the kills. Oops. I didn't mean to take that one. Sorry, I pressed the key and it, lagged a bit. But, so I'm not sure why he's, so far back. Oh, come on. Stop, comboing your attack with mine. I don't want to take your last hits. I've actually been leveling Snotstorm only because I was behind and I wasn't really going to do much tanking anyways. Not because you should do that. Normally I would level Armadillo first, second after Spines, of course. But normally I would level that because it gives you the ability to run in and kind of do whatever you want. Snot is nice, don't get me wrong, Snotstorm's nice. I just think that one level in it is phenomenal, but the other 3 are not as beneficial as getting Armadillo. And even in this game, I think I probably still should have gone Armadillo, but I ended up deciding to go not for Armadillo, obviously. I went for something else. So this is not good. He'll probably back off when he sees me. Yeah, I would imagine he would. He can't really. That was a... Whoa, buddy, we weren't going to get the kill on that. That was a little bit ballsy on that. Oh, we have a PK. I lied. I didn't realize we had a PK already. So my mistake. I didn't even know we had a portal key. I thought we did not have a portal key. So I'm actually wrong in that case. We're going to get 2 kills. I didn't know we had a portal key there, so I stand corrected. That's kind of unfortunate. Oh, he bought back instantly. So bought back. Wasted a buyback for him. That's fine by me. And we got 2 kills out of that. Where's our team? Whoa, Zephyr. Apparently they got a person on their team who's extremely mad, just like our Ophelia. Interesting. So had I known that he had a PK gauntlet, I would have actually just continued to chase from the get-go. I would not have... I want the experience, but I want him to get the last hits here. I just wanted some experience because I'm not under-leveled, but as Armadon, you want to be over-leveled. So it's like saying you're on par with Pebbles. You know, as Pebbles... You need to be ahead of where you were. Is somebody going to port for that? Somebody going to port for that? Okay, we do have a port for that. It's getting a little worried there for me. Okay, it's Witch Slayer, so I should have ported for that. I thought it was going to be one of our carries going for it, so that was my mistake, I guess. It happens, but it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. So Witch Slayer, getting that. He needs some experience anyways. He's kind of under-leveled too. But so as Armadon, you usually want to be ahead. So it's like, it's the same concept behind saying, like, if you're Pebbles and you're on par with everybody, Pebbles needs to be ahead of everybody to do, you know, his job effectively. And those guys are getting pretty ballsy with their dives. Jeez. I can't kill the Ancients with this little mana. I could kill them, just not with this little mana. So you're dead, unless you get a PK out. No, that the Zephyr's, you know, dot damage is not going to let you PK out. So you're dead. There's nothing I could do. There's no way I would make it in time to help. So I'm just going to say screw him. Yeah, see, I'm not going to... Had I gone in that direction, I probably would end up dying too. I'm just going to push this wave and then leave. I don't think he has enough to kill me. He shouldn't if he does. No, yeah, I didn't think so. So now I can go get my helm. That's what I wanted. I wanted the helm. Very good. That's why I was talking about killing the Ancients. I wanted to get a little bit more gold to get the helm. Unfortunately, I didn't have the mana to kill the Ancients. Ancients would have been safer, like, gank-wise, but I saw at least 3, if not 4 of them going after Gauntlet, so I figured it was a safe bet to say that I was okay in assuming that we got a portal key here from either of you? No. And I don't think we're going to have... Oh, we are going to have stuns. I actually should have PK'd, but I think, yeah, it's enough anyways. So, yeah, he just got destroyed. Wow. Okay, so this Zephyr, he did good in mid lane. He won mid lane based on just score and levels and such, which I would assume him to win anyways. Zephyr's a really strong mid lane after like level 4. The first like 4 levels or so, Gauntlet should have just dominated him, but after that, I mean, Zephyr, you know, once he gets, you know, 2 to 3 levels into his shields, or not shields, sorry, Cyclones, just really starts to just kill everything. It's pretty crazy actually. So at this point, we should be grouping and pushing. There's no reason to let them catch up. I feel no remorse coming in here and taking creep kills from our Witchslayer because he does not deserve them. I being Armadon, need them more than Witchslayer does in every single case. Whoa, getting a little ballsy. I saw you jump into 2 there. I think that may have been a mistake, bro. I mean, it worked out because we know they didn't have a TP, but had somebody teleported in for that, I think you would have been regretting it quite a bit. But yeah, you know, it worked out. What happened happened. It's fine. He did get out alive. Somebody else went in. Witchslayer went in. Okay, Witchslayer. Now I'm confused. So I'm assuming Zephyr will come to stop me. Yeah. I was going to say, I don't think he'll go top. It's possible, just not likely. Yeah, okay, so somebody else is going to come. But it's fine. I'm Armadon. Armadon has really high mobility, so it's really hard rather to catch him unless you have a lot of stuns and can stun lock him. And I say that mostly because of his ultimate giving him so much movement speed from just spamming his skills. It's really crazy, and you do so much damage while you're doing it. That's part of the reason why I enjoy playing Armadon so much, is just because all that mobility with the fact that it stacks up and it's an exponential amount of damage, really. You're just dealing damage after damage after damage, you know what I mean? You get to the point where it's too much for, you know, squishy players. You're hitting 300-400 or whatever. Then I don't know what the exact max is. There's a max not based on number of stacks you can get. Oh, sorry, it can stack up to 6 times, but there's a max based on just time too, like how fast you can use the skill because of cooldowns and such. And I'll teleport bot in a minute. I don't see any reason to go there right this second. That's just, you know, that's just me. I don't see any reason. Who is it anyways? Emerald Warden, yeah. And blue is mid. Okay, so I'm totally fine. Yeah, I'm fine. Just I don't even think they'll need help with that. So, alright, so they should probably be aware that the mid lane is probably coming for them. So they might want to back off. Just a tip. They might want to back off now would be a good idea. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. What's this? 26? Oh, 26 min rune bot. So I'm going to go ahead and port here to help. I'm totally fine porting into this. I don't want to just run in balls deep, but I'm Armadon, so again, look at how fast my mobility is. It's really easy, and even Zephyr just gets it's really hard to just like initiating onto an Armadon. Very bad choice out of all the heroes you could have initiated onto. Armadon, I mean, they did end up killing me there. I thought I was going to get out, but just out of all the heroes he could have initiated onto, Armadon is not the choice. The choice, and you know, it's going to cost them at least 1 with Nymphora. I would hope 1 more. I would hope you can get 1 more puppet. No, so puppet's not going to get another. You guys could actually combo down somebody, but Zephyr's here with he still has mana. He doesn't have his ultimate anymore. That's the key thing to note. He actually used it right here. If anybody was paying attention. So actually, had he waited, or even not waited, he could have initiated on a number of other heroes instead. Very good hook. Unfortunately, it just hooked him into the darkness, so it actually kind of not necessarily worked against you, but just saying. And that's actually a fine trade. We traded Solstice for Witchslayer. I'm fine with that trade. I think anybody on our team is fine with that trade, with the exception of maybe Witchslayer. He might be a little bit bitter about it, but you know, it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. And item-wise, I actually beat, just based off of the amount of magic damage they have, mostly from Zephyr. I'm actually going to get a Shaman's Headdress. Normally, in normal case, and we can kill him fairly quick. Normal case, yeah, he's dead. So normally, PK, can we get a slow? You should have done that the other direction, but that's okay. Oh no, the click! The click, again! The same thing! The click! Oh, nice, I popped it for his ultimate, though, so that's good. That's nice. He was waiting for me, I guess, hopefully. Which can you ward? So that actually worked out. Had I done it just a touch sooner, it would have worked out a little better, I think. But that's fine. It worked out fine. I didn't expect him to get away from that, so I'm going to go ahead and finish my item with a name that I can't think of. Shaman's Headdress, that's the name. Finish my Shaman's Headdress now, and at this point I'm still behind. I'm still fairly behind on levels. If you pay attention to what Zephyr's at, he's at 17. Gauntlet also at 17. That's pretty bad when Armadon's that far behind. But then when you take into account the levels of everybody else, I'm actually keeping up. So it's not that big of a deal. Armadon can't really solo Zephyr, you know, if he has Cyclones anyways. It's really hard to do that as any hero. Whoa, a little bit ballsy here. Not sure why he's even there. I wasn't paying attention to him, but that just didn't make any sense to me. So, not sure what the point of that was. Okay, so now, depending on how far ahead or behind I am, I would go for usually one of these two items, not so much the Demonic Breastplate as my next item. In this case, because of where I am, I'm not going to get a Mach. It's 29 minutes now. It's not going to happen. I'm going to get a Behemoth's Heart next, or debatably a Soul's Bulwark, depending on a few things of what I see for their next items. It'll probably be a Behemoth's Heart, but potentially I could get getting a Soul's Bulwark and then. Oh, I thought I was closer. Damn. And then getting your Behemoth's Heart is not necessarily a bad item. I don't like completing the Demonic Breastplate, but getting just the Bulwark part of it is totally fine. I'm totally fine with getting that as your first item after your helm, of course. But completing it, I don't think is anywhere near necessary for your first major item. But Soul's Bulwark, I love it. I love everything about that item, really. And the fact that it works on towers too is actually even better. Did he get a charged hammer? No, sorry, I was just not paying attention. So you're dead. Like, instantly dead. We got another rune here in a few seconds. I'm going to come here and protect it. Rune top. So let's say we should probably push. There's no reason not to, really. We need to push. Yeah, see, they're starting to concede. That's good. Morale is down is what that means. That's great. Because I don't like losing. And potentially they could come back late game if, you know, there was a few bits of mistakes on our part. They actually were ahead. They've been misplaying a bit. They've been diving where they didn't need to, picking team fights that were just unnecessary to pick. And then on top of that, you know, Emerald Warden has been out of position, you know, 2 or 3 times now. Once in mid up here and once right there where he was just not where he needed to be. The fact that he's a squishy ranged hero with no escape is not good. Oh, nice. Wasted Zephyr ult. Oh, it wasn't wasted, actually. He got Puppet. I thought Puppet was out of the range of it. And I'm upset about that. Courier made it out alive. That's nice. You're dead, man. I can't really. There's 4 of them, so I can't do anything. It's not really much. I mean, I would like to distract them, to say the least. It's fine for me to run in like this and do things. I didn't want to get in the range for a slow because I'd be too close. That was my problem. See, I didn't want to get in range for that. I actually didn't think that they had enough to do that. But that was my own fault right there. Just misplay by me. I shouldn't have been there. I was kind of hoping... where do you go? I was kind of hoping I could distract them enough that Ophelia would get away and they would focus on me, but then I would live. Apparently that didn't work out. They killed both of us, for anybody paying attention to the game. But I was hoping that would happen. You probably not stun from Witchslayer? Yeah, I was like, where's the stun? So again, good trade. Solstice for Witchslayer. That's a fine trade. I mean, so again, Witchslayer might be unhappy about it. I'm not sure why he bought an eye. Oh, you know what? It's because Puppet got a Assassin Shroud, yeah. So, Gauntlet's actually playing very well. It's just, he seems to be a bit ballsy where he would be the one getting punished if it wasn't for teammates doing certain things. So, there have been a number of cases where I've seen him PK in, and we should definitely go on that. That's a way past dive than where he should be. I'm fine, you know, spamming a bit of this. Gonna go ahead and pop his thingy-majig, hopefully. I don't want to get in too ballsy, because Zephyr can most definitely beat me up. I do definitely want to get that on Zephyr. If that's who we're going to focus, we shouldn't focus Zephyr, but if that's who we're going to focus, then that's who I want to put my thing on. I want to turn around, for those of you who don't know. Armadon's Armadillo. No! Armadon's Armadillo. Get the eye, please don't let EW... Whoa, whoa, what are you doing? You can't fight him. I'm not sure what the idea was behind there. And you did not get the eye, so 0 for 2. But so for those of you who don't know, Armadillo, Armadon's passive ability, it only procs on damage from behind or damage from the side. So if I had run in to fight EW, I would not have procced that at all. It doesn't affect anything for damage taken from the front. But, you know, and actually this I think was nerfed. I believe it used to be 200 damage, not 250. But I could be mistaken. I'm pretty sure it was 200 though. So Witchslayer actually got a portal key, which I disagree with since he's playing a more of a support Witchslayer. It's kind of unfortunate. I wish he had gotten support items, Astrolabe, Tablet of Command, Storm Spirit, any of the above would have been fine. Even in Gnome's Wisdom, but I would hopefully expect not in Gnome's Wisdom, but even that would have been better, I think. I'm not against a portal key on Witchslayer, I actually like it, but when you're behind in levels and you're playing support, I don't like it. So I'm actually going to get a Soul's Bulwark because of the fact that I noticed EW had a Shield Breaker, and we need more armor. They actually do quite a bit of physical damage too, which is kind of unfortunate. But that's okay. It's not an amount that's beyond, you know, beyond reason at this point. Pick one off and push. Well, that's easier said than done with no wards, but easier said than done with no wards, though. Okay, we got this guy. We got this dude. What's he doing? So you're dead. I hope you didn't plan on... Oh, we got an item, but... Are you kidding me? Did you really just miss that? I was going to punch you in the face if he got away. Oh my god. He missed his graveyard stun there. It didn't proc. He did hit his miniature eyes. Not that you could even miss that. It's a point stun. But, yeah, go ahead. Take these. Take these. Puppet Master? You don't want them anymore? Okay. I guess he just wanted to help me. That's fine. Either way. If you take these, I'm going to kill you, though. Alrighty, thank you. Don't take my last hits. Okay, so this is good. That should be GG at this point, actually. No. Turn around. Fight that. They're... oh. No, you know what? It's not GG. Because of the fact that we didn't get either of their important heroes, i.e. being Zephyr, and they can get it. Dude, you can get it on your way back when you're running. We didn't get EW or Zephyr, which are the two important ones, which is unfortunate, but not you know, terrible. The fact that we got any of them, oh, that was kind of unfortunate. That so this is, yeah, that was unfortunate for us. I was hoping, yeah, no, we need to leave. This is not a fight we need to take, not in the slightest bit. So hopefully we can get him and then get out. I want to leave now. EW, can I... Oh, I'm silenced. Oh, that's a really long silence. I thought it was like 3 seconds, but that feels more like 5 to 7. That was really nice, actually. So we do not want to fight this. I'm just kind of slowing, stunning, etc. I don't want to fight this by any means, so people need to leave. The silence, same thing again. The silence is just so long. Like 5-second silence or something. Can I see his skills description? I guess not. I was hoping I'd be able to see just the description, but I guess you can't do that for the enemy team. But yeah, that's a really long silence. And for Armadon, a hero who is basically centered around spamming his abilities, that's very key. So the fact that he silenced me, I'm going to go ahead and use the invulnerability there. There's not really any reason not to. It's not to stop them, just to delay. Any little bit of delay will help. I hope Puppet Master would, you know, use his little target and ally thing. I don't know the name of that skill. Puppet Show, I guess. I was hoping he would use his Puppet Show on Zephyr. That would be good. No Puppet Show on Zephyr, man? Okay, so Puppet Show's on cooldown, so you actually died big time. So that's game over. We just lost the game at that point. So the Rax is gone, which is a very big deal. The fact that the Rax is gone it's not over. It's not that we have zero chance of coming back. What it is it's just that it's unlikely, and it's their game to throw at this point. So what we need is, and another, he just loves to silence me, like instant silence me. He didn't silence me that time, I'm aware of it, for those of you who didn't know, but he did. There's the silence. So if you want to bait it in here, that's fine by me. I'm totally fine. The ultimate wasn't very nice. The gust. Oh, no. No, I'm dead, actually. Oh, nice. Actually, he's dead. Oh, no. He's gonna get the eye. So I don't want the eye to be even in the game anymore. I could have just taken it and moved it, but it's not that there's no benefit, just, I mean, having the eye as a potential ability is nice, but I don't really even want to have the risk of them getting it back. That's just me personally. If I don't have a need for an eye, I don't like to have it. Now, obviously, the need would be counter warding. I would imagine they have some wards at least, which would be nice. But in this level, the fact that we're in the 1500s, I don't like. Well, actually, this is a 1600 game, but I just don't like having it in the game if we have blatantly obvious invisibility heroes that need the eye to not be in enemy hands. So we got a DD there. I'm gonna take it since nobody appears to be close here. But yeah, so at this point with the Rax, it's not over, but it's their game to throw for sure. They may throw it. It's a 1600 game with 1700 on each team, so it's fairly high chance that they will throw it, to be honest with you. But at this point, they have the lead, so that's what their game to throw means. It means that they are winning. So unless they make mistakes, they're going to win the game, which they could do. It's not unreasonable to assume that, 1600 players make mistakes. This is not the best move. Initiating onto Zephyr with 2 people, usually not the best. Thankfully, Puppet Master showed up too. So Zephyr's dead. He might buy back. I think he probably would have enough. But either way, if he doesn't buy back, we have 70 seconds to push. 70 seconds is a lot of time without one of your key heroes, like a whole crap load of time. I'm just going to go ahead and tank this. I have no reason not to. I was hoping Nymphora would... Yes, we get some initiation here. Nymphora. That's very nice. Can we get some onto her? Can I get some Can I get some backup here? Are we going to get some support? Yes. So this is actually... Yeah, see, this is it. This is what I was talking about with their game to throw. That would be the throw that they just did. That's what I was talking about when I was saying it was their game to throw. So I'm about to die, so I'm going to leave. They just essentially, not threw the game, but they definitely, you're dead. I'm not sure what you're doing. He has a mock, so it's not like your portal key will ever be off cooldown, bro. But so that was the opportunity they had. That was their game to throw thing. Zephyr got caught out of position, and then they tried to defend a tier 2 tower at 40 minutes, which, to be honest, tier 2 at 40 minutes, let it go. It's not worth even risking any of your heroes, even if it was just a support, to defend it. And they actually did defend it, but losing all those heroes is not worth it. Now, I would actually agree with Ophelia. They didn't throw the game. They still have... I'd say it's still their game because Zephyr actually... I believe he bought back. But if he didn't buy back, he respawned in time. But I think it was a buyback. He respawned in time to defend that. He warded off our push. If Zephyr hadn't bought back, actually, we would have had enough to push that barracks before he respawned. I'm fairly certain he bought back. I'm not 100%, but if I'm sure you guys know because you've been watching it. But so I'm pretty sure he bought back. So bot lane getting pushed in a little bit, kind of unfortunate. Our warding is still a bit, just a little bit not where I would like it to be. That's kind of unfortunate. He used his little Whispering Helm to take one of these imps. Not me, doesn't matter. Oh, sorry, no, he actually just controlled the... Oh, no, he probably did use the Whispering Helm, I think. Nope, he didn't. He just took it. So, Witch Slayer, can you not die, please? Can you not die to an Nymphora? That's got to be, like, the most embarrassing death. Okay, even with a Pearl, still got to be, like, the most embarrassing death in history of deaths, like, ever. I don't think that's ever happened before. So, we're going to get Pearl here. That's nice. There's not a chance in hell I'm going to let her Yeah, not a chance in hell I'm letting you get away, girl. So you're dead. So that's nice. The trade is fine. I'm actually fine because the switch layer is fairly useless, to be honest with you. But normally dying to 2 of the enemy support heroes is pretty bad for any hero, in all honesty. Even for a support hero, that's fairly bad. Oh, okay, he was just Portal King. I was like, why'd he PK away? But there wasn't any reason for it, just to PK. So, I'm just going to push one more wave real quick, because I'm Armadon and I do stuff like that. But, for example, Witch Slayer, he shouldn't be doing this. But, you know, Armadon kind of does whatever he wants. I mean, it would take probably anywhere between 2 to 3 of them to kill me. And I saw 2 of them top. Need Hellflower that Zeph, so he doesn't ult. I guess. I would prefer to use the Hellflower on Emerald Warden, so he takes more damage and we can kill him quicker. But the Hellflower on Zephyr would be nice too, if you got it off before his ultimate happened. That's kind of a key thing. If you get it off after his ultimate happens, you just wasted a Hellflower. Because that's really the only thing we need to Hellflower him for, to silence him. Other than that, the rest of his abilities are not something that you can really silence. I mean, you wouldn't, if you silenced him, I believe you wouldn't be able to, you know, eat his shields, essentially, his cyclones to heal, so that would be nice, and he wouldn't be able to gust, obviously, but that's not really that big of a deal. The ultimate and, you know, his dot damage just from being there is really his bulk of the damage, and he's pretty tanky. Not that making him take more damage wouldn't be nice, you know, giving him the Hellflower effect and making him take more damage would be nice, but I think on Emerald Warden it would be much more useful. So I was hoping, I was hoping you'd PK like right there and just kill somebody, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So we got an Emerald Warden dog chasing us, finally getting somebody. Emerald Warden, we're going to get a PK on. This is kind of a bad PK, but at this point we're really, like, we're behind, so, oops, sorry, I had a talk key. We're behind, so you kind of need to take some risks when you're behind, and you need to hope they pay off. That's kind of the way to play, because if you assume the enemy is going to make mistakes, like, if that's your assumption, then you're making a poor assumption, because that's not going to happen, most likely. I mean, it could happen, but it's unlikely that it will happen, just based on statistics, really. It's unlikely that it would happen. So I need to leave now. I'm dead. Team-wise, we're gonna need to get some slows off. Get a few more procs on that. I hope I don't get silenced. I'll be very upset if I get silenced. Oh my god, if I get silenced. Don't silence me! Damn it, I'm dead. The silence, yeah, I'm dead. Dead. Okay, so I was kind of hoping I wouldn't get silenced, and I didn't even get to save Gauntlet. That's like the 2nd or 3rd or 4th time this game where I've made a decision to do something to hopefully save a teammate, and it didn't save anybody. So that's game over unless we have some buybacks. Puppet, probably no, because he's a higher level, so he can't buy back. So that's game over. They should just at least take a second Rax, if not end it right here. I'm actually even going to vote to concede this, because that's game. So instant concede. So kind of what I was expecting. From my understanding, he won mid, he being Zephyr. I wasn't in mid, but just based on statistics and, you know, creep score and items and kills at the early game, he won mid. So Zephyr won mid, they won top lane, but to be fair, I mean, that's just a hard lane. The only way you could have won that lane, like I was saying, is if you really just, you can't, you have to go for it. You have to kill them before they can harass you down, because in a lane like that, they're just going to spam all their abilities harassing you, and just, they're going to make it so you can't do anything. Once they've harassed you down a bit, you can't go in to kill them anymore because you're too low. And we actually used a fair amount of our stuff to kill that. I used all my mana to kill that Solstice, which is fine. It's just that then we didn't have the potential to win the lane anymore. And again, I would actually agree with my team that Witch Slayer wasn't very good, but I don't think his play was actually what lost us the game, that lane. I think we would have lost the lane either way. That's my personal opinion. I think had both of us played great, we might have won that lane. But just in general, lane-wise, I think we got outpicked when you take into account the fact that I didn't have any mana in the laning phase of it, actually. So that's kind of a big deal. Item-wise, Gauntlet. I actually really like your items. I've seen Energizer on a lot of heroes that have the ability to slow down other players, for example, mostly because they want to get in there, and kind of crowd control them down so that their team can catch up. I actually really like that on Gauntlet. It ended up working out quite well for him. He used it a number of times to help the team. Witch Slayer, again, same thing I said, man, the portal key, dude. Not sure, you took way too long to get it, and then on top of that, you were behind, and it wasn't useful. You know what I mean? And then it looks like you're going for a Staff of the Master, and again, you're playing like a support role, and you're trying to like build like as if you were solo mid Witch Slayer, so it's a little bit weird, man. Maybe just kind of make the distinction. Not Gauntlet, sorry, we just went over Gauntlet. Puppet Master, I actually really like your items. Love the Hellflower on Puppet Master. I'm assuming that was meant to be built into either a sheep stick or a Frostseal plate. I hope it was a sheep stick. That would have been great. And in which case, totally fine with all your items. So keep it up, man. Myself, I like my items. Ophelia. So we got another Energizer. Energizer doesn't stack, for those of you who don't know. So 2 Energizers on a team, I think, is a bad choice. 1 Energizer is fine, depending on who you're getting it with and what team you're getting it on. But 2 Energizers I'm actually against. So whoever got it first kind of has dibs to it, I guess. I mean, in solo queue, that's kind of how it works. So I disagree with that. I also disagree with the Whispering Helm. People get Whispering Helm on Ophelia so they can get a 4th creep. Just getting it just solely for that reason to have another creep, I think is a poor choice. And it's not really an item that every hero should, get. So I would disagree with that. The ring is fine, the wards are fine, your boots are fine, and vestments is fine. But those 2 items kind of don't really make a whole lot of sense to me. Zephyr. So I believe the order of your items were you went boots, bottle, then you got boots, and then you got your mock, I hope. If that's the case, you didn't get a helm. I mean, I guess you were ahead, you were winning in mid and such, so maybe that's your excuse for it. I still like helm on Zephyr. I think not getting the helm to boost, make your mock come earlier isn't a bad choice. It's not wrong. I just think it's very game dependent. So in this game, because he was ahead, because he won mid, because he went 3-0, I didn't pay too much attention to his score after that, but because he went 3-0, such a good creep score, 272 at 45 minutes is great, GPM 460 pretty good, XPM pretty good. Because he did so good in this game, I'm actually okay with him getting a mock and, just skipping the helm to go straight for a mock. Assuming he rushed the mock. If he skipped the helm and then went for the demonic breastplate, then that makes no sense, man. Go back and get a helm. But if he went for the mock first, then got breastplate, and then what appears to be going for a behemoth's heart, that's fine because he was so far ahead. But so for a normal game, I would say don't skip the helm. It really helps make you extra tanky on Zephyr. It pretty much lets you do whatever you want, like until everybody starts hitting like level 12 or so. So just this game, though, I'm agreeing with it. Nymphora, items, fine, totally fine. You died a number of times where you didn't need to because you were out of position, and that goes for Emerald Warden as well. But other than that, not much to say. I'm not sure about your wording because I wasn't on the Hellborn team, so you're on your own for that one. But item-wise, totally fine. I like that you have a TP. And by the way, I just want to mention a fair amount of TPs in this game. See, this is the difference, one of the many differences between playing 16, 1700 level game versus 14, 1500 level games. There's all these minuscule that really, sorry, not minuscule, that's not the right word, they're big impacts, sorry. There's all these small things that players do in higher tier games that make big impacts. Carrying TPs is one of them. And actually, I wouldn't really say carrying TPs is a small thing. That's actually a fairly big thing, depending on how you use it and the uses that come up for it. But like, I just want to note that is a big thing that really, really, really helps teams and games in general. Now, how you use it is really what makes it useful. Just having one isn't awesome, but using it is nice. So, I'm not going to comment on all the uses for the TPs though, but just keep that in mind. Like in most of my games, because I was playing 1500 level games, you'll see, me being the only one with a TP, or me and one other, or whatever. People don't carry TPs. They don't ward. They don't do X, Y, Z. You know what I mean? There's just all these things that players don't do in lower leagues that they need to. So let's see, back to items. Sorry, I got distracted there for a moment. Emerald Warden, Nullstone into a Shieldbreaker into a Firebrand. So the Nullstone, because of all of our ultimates that are single targets, I'm fine with that. So we have 3 single target ultimates, being our 3 on top. The only bad thing is that me being Armadon can cancel it fairly easily because my Snot Storm has, 4-second cooldown, 3-second cooldown, whatever it is. So that's the only thing, but I'm still fine with it, I guess. And Pearl, item-wise, totally fine. And Solstice. So Solstice got a Dawnbringer and an Alchemist Bones. I'm assuming he got the Alchemist Bones first. If you got the Alchemist Bones second, then you are an idiot, Solstice, and I have nothing else to say to you. If you got the Alchemist Bones first and then the Dawnbringer, okay, we're on a similar subject here, but I'm not against Alchemist Bones on heroes. It's just A, Solstice is a pretty ganky hero, so I don't think he needs Alchemist Bones to farm, so that's my first comment on that. B, you didn't use it correctly because you only had 182 creep score at 45 minutes, so you were behind your creep score and behind GPM-wise where you should have been. So either way you look at it, that item did not work out for you. Now, to say it's wrong is maybe a little bit too much. I think there would be people who would argue that Solstice, can get, some fast gold, some fast items, and then gank much better and blah, blah, blah. And you'll get people like that who argue that for any hero. They'll argue certain things that are not necessarily wrong items, just maybe not the best. They'll argue them, and it happens. I still think it's not a good item on a ganking hero such as Solstice, but I don't really want to get into an argument about it. Other than that, see creep score, Puppet Master, pretty good, man. Zephyr, pretty good. Emerald Warden, decent. You're almost exactly on par, Emerald Warden. So 45 minutes and 7 seconds, you had two creep kills over where you would have been at 45 minutes exactly. So 45 minutes and 6 seconds, by the way, not 7 seconds. I think I just said 7 seconds, in which case I'm an idiot, so never mind. Creep kills by me, I did terrible. I personally am usually just a tad behind where I should be. So at 45 minutes, usually on most heroes that I play, I'll end up being, 210, 200, maybe 190 at the lowest. This game, I just had a very bad lane start out, and then it didn't go anywhere from there. I didn't kind of pick up, you know what I mean? I got some kills, nice. I, had some assists because I'm Armadon and my spines hit everybody. That's fine. I was still being helpful. I wasn't so far behind that I couldn't do anything. I just wasn't where I liked to be. So I didn't get, any farm in the lane, which is basically what the lack of my CK is from. So I'm not going to try and defend it by any means. It's a bad CK. I should have been much higher, but it all goes back to the bad lane at the start. Other than that, again, not Emerald Warden, sorry, Solstice, way behind where you should have been, bro. If you're going to get Alchemist Bones, you're farming. That's your goal as Alchemist Bones, so farm. And actually, I'm quite surprised that Zephyr wasn't higher than that because he skipped the Helm to go for a Mock. So that means you have more farm potential because the Mock is there earlier, thus giving you more AoE damage or passive AoE damage to creeps on top of his Cyclone. So I would think he would have been 300 plus. Not to say his creep score is bad by any means, I just think he should have had more. Other than that, it was a fairly even game, despite the fact that our Witch Slayer did fairly poorly and I didn't do all that good myself. Despite that, it was a fairly even game. Yeah, fairly even. Their Nymphora and Pearl, even though they had decent items, their CK fairly low because they're supports, and their GPM's fairly low, and they died quite a bit. That's way more deaths than you want on a support hero or any hero, really, but just in general, you don't want that many deaths. And the same goes back to Emerald Warden. 9 deaths is too many, bro. You should have had much less had you not been out of position a number of times, which I kind of pointed out a couple times. But other than that, that's really all there is to summarize here. The loss goes back to, lost lane top, lost lane mid, really. But, other than that, we actually did a fairly decent comeback. We obviously didn't win, but still a good game. So it was pretty fun, despite the fact that I played a hero I haven't played in a very long time. Actually, playing heroes you don't play in a long time is actually what makes the game more fun. However, if you actually want to focus on raising your MMR and stuff, I would say to focus on a couple heroes, kind of just master them. But either way, though, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Like and subscribe if you want. You guys know where those buttons are. Feel free to click them. Or dislike and tell me why. I'd appreciate that. Only if you disliked it. Obviously, don't just, I'm not saying just to dislike it, but if you disliked it, if you're going to dislike it, please tell me why. I'd appreciate it. Other than that, I think that's all there is to it. I have a couple more replay analyses to do, but for some reason the replay downloader isn't working at the moment for me, and I'm not sure why. I've tried restarting the client and such, so it's not working, but look forward to those in the near future. Other than that, I think that's all I wanted to talk about, so thank you for watching once again. GG, well played, guys, and I will talk to you later. Elfis out.